A short film is a calling card for first-time director or screenwriter to present or showcase yourself to a wider audience, especially in a case whereby you don't have a big budget to shoot a feature film. And when you are not known in the industry, the best way for people to accept and know you and want to invest in your project is by shooting a short film. But if you are able to shoot your short film, it gives you the chance to put it across multiple platforms. We have the VOD, we have the online platforms. What makes a good short story is it should be short, like the name suggests. More so, it should be practical. Practical in the sense that it should be able to resonate with a lot of people. It should communicate well. You should be able to put across all the ideas into one basket and present it well. Be practical when considering access and control. Imagine that you are here, you want to go to the moon. You want to tell a story about going to the moon. Is it practical enough for you to achieve that? What should be an option? Can you tell a story about your grandma at home? Or can you tell a story about your parents, about two students who are in love? Focus on a simple premise. You can have the grandiose ideas, but when it comes to short film, you don't have the luxury of time to do different plot lines or create grand ideas. So what key aspect of the story am I telling? So a compelling story is at the heart of any short film, but the best short films have a clear, concise, and very simple premise, which is necessary if you only have minutes to tell your entire story. If possible, give your main character a very specific goal or a short time frame to reach it. Many successful short films are based on a simple premise, such as two friends on a bike ride, a woman trying to make a new friend, or a grieving son eulogizing someone. And one key element and final element is keeping locations to a minimum. You can tell a whole short film in one location. You can tell it in two locations depending on the idea. But the most important thing is to make sure that you don't have a lot of locations. You are looking at resources, you are looking at the duration, you are looking at things that may be a hindrance to you achieving the duration that you want. So you better keep your location to also a bare minimum. If you look at what I just narrated, it is the character that drives it. So you are looking at a character that is believable, a character that has a journey, a character that has a certain goal. And at every point in time, you raise the stakes for this character. What is the conflict that the person has to deal with? How will the person be able to overcome this conflict? These are the key things that you have to factor in when you are writing your short film or you are creating that character. So it is the twists and turns that the character goes through. It is how believable the character is how the character is able to overcome adversaries or any impediment that will come his way, and how at the end of the day there's a clear resolution for the journey that the character embark on. One thing you should keep in mind is there is not enough time for an in-depth character development. So you have to focus on one relationship and conflict. When it comes to feature films, you can explore different conflicts, you can raise the stakes. But when it comes to short films, you don't have the luxury of time. So you just focus on a certain specific goal, specific conflict, specific setting. Then you address it. Thirdly, give it a short narrative structure. So you should have a beginning, you should have a middle, and you should have the end. You have to make sure that you wrap up the story cleanly by giving your audience a satisfying payoff at the end. In conclusion, I would say short films are a very good medium or platform, whether you are an established filmmaker or writer or you are a beginner. It gives you the platform to showcase your ideas or films to a wider audience. It gives you the platform to sell your project to potential investors, and it gives you the platform to also experiment and come up with new ideas. So it is something that everybody should embrace, explore, experiment with, and try.